What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of A Bunch
of Disney.
That's right. I tell you what, let's get started. So today what we're going to talk about, and you know what, many people probably haven't done this, might even be afraid, not even having the courage to even try it, but you know, we have, and that is going to Disney in a big group.
Yeah.
We've actually been to Disney with over 20 people.
Yeah, so several family groups.
Yeah.
Multiple generations. We have done it.
Gone to Florida, people from St. Louis, from Oklahoma, from Alaska, from California, all coming together. Multiple generations, everywhere from practically newborns to people that are grandparents.
Yep.
You name it, we've pretty much done it all.
Yeah. So we want to share with you some ways to make that enjoyable.
Yeah, because that can easily be stressful. Watch any National Lampoon's Vacation movie and you can see how it could turn out.
Look at that.
Yeah, because that can easily be stressful.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
Right. Heather, what would you say is like our first tip that we could share with people on how to have a magical experience with a big group?
All right. Number one, don't do everything together. You need to know your pace.
Right.
So each family group needs to know what kind of pace that they want to do Disney at. My eldest brother is an extremely fast-paced person. They are like rope drop people, get up early, they've got the whole park done by the time we get there.
Yeah, that's more like it.
So, whereas, you know, my parents, they like to kind of meander, relax, drink their coffee, get ready at a relaxed pace, and then, you know, make it into the park at some point.
Yeah.
You got to be okay with that. You got to know your pace. So we're somewhere in the middle of that.
Right. By ourselves, we can rock 2-3 parks in a day. With kids, not quite that.
Not quite that. But you need to know what kind of pace each family group wants to travel at and be okay with that.
Right.
Let each group travel at their own pace. When you do that, it totally takes the stress out, because if you're continually trying to think, oh my gosh, Grandma, hurry up.
Here comes Grandma. Here comes Grandma. Here comes Grandma.
Right.
You know, that causes a lot of stress. Or if you're the slower one and the other one, you know, family member is the fast one, that's going to stress you out because you can't keep up with them. Know your pace and be okay with that.
Yeah, for a trip to be magical, doesn't mean you have to do everything together. And that's going to lead us, that's really a base point.
Yes.
It's a base point for the rest of our tips that we're going to give you, because as long as everybody has that understanding and you plan accordingly with that, then there's no lack of expectations and you can still have that magical time.
Yes.
You know, so like it's like a really good one that we have found that works really well is try at least one meal together.
Yes.
You don't have to do every meal together.
No.
Try one meal together.
One meal together.
Maybe lunch. Maybe it's a table service. Maybe it is a counter
breakfast.
service. Maybe it's breakfast.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. But, you know, you do one meal together. That's kind of a center point where you bring everyone back together. And then, you know, before and afterwards, people can hit whatever rides or attractions or walks or just sit down at a bench and drink a coffee and eat a beignet. You know, whatever that they want to do. So it gives that flexibility of togetherness and for people to go at their own pace. And by the way, Heather has a fantastic tip. If you are going to eat at a sit-down, what should you do?
Oh, you need to make a reservation in advance.
Yeah, definitely make a reservation in advance because Disney dining, it books very, very fast.
It books very fast, but it's also difficult to get a very large group in if you're trying to do a walk-in.
And there's some restaurants that actually kind of cater more to bigger groups.
Yeah, and these are all ones that we've been to. We would love to hear from you. If you've got some other options that you've done with a large group, let us know, because we're doing a large group in November.
Yeah.
So there'll be close to 20 of us again. So if you got any ideas, we'd love to hear from you. One of them is Ohana. Now, Ohana is wonderful for big groups. They've got the big long tables. It's a lot of fun. Hard part with Ohana is it is hard to get a reservation, even sometimes for just 2 people.
Yeah.
So that one you've really got to jump on at that 180-day mark and just keep trying. Another one is that we've done is Whispering Canyon.
Yeah.
This was not your particular favorite.
No, but it caters for big groups.
But
so
it was great for a big group.
Yeah.
He didn't prefer having to holler for his ketchup. Ketchup! You know, that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
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 BOMA is another one at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. That is an excellent one. If you notice a lot of Whispering Canyon's not a buffet, but it's family style.
Yeah.
Yeah, so family style buffets, they tend to be really good for big groups. BOMA is a wonderful one for big groups. They've got, way they can do large tables. We did a breakfast once where we had the group of 20 and we all did breakfast together and it was fun. We got a big picture of all of us together outside afterwards. And so that was a lot of fun. Then Epcot is actually our place where are the rest of our food recommendations. I don't know why we end up at Epcot all the time for food.
It's World Showcase, that's why.
It's World Showcase.
Yeah.
So one that we've done is Nine Dragons.
Yeah.
That's the one in China. I actually think the food was really good.
Yeah, the food is great. I mean, I would put it on par with probably if you enjoy Chinese food.
Yeah.
On maybe your favorite Chinese place.
Yeah,
I mean,
your
I would say
average
it's on
local
par with
Chinese
that.
restaurant.
It's nothing that's going to blow your mind, but it's still
No,
good.
but it was a lot better than what people have reviewed it as.
100%.
I was very pleasantly surprised when we went.
Yeah.
It was great for the group. So that's in China and Epcot. And then we've also done Chef de France, which does not seem like you could do a big group there. Now, that one, it was probably, I think we were in more of the 12 or 14 range when we did that one. That was fantastic. And the food is always wonderful. And then Tempanito. Tempanito in Japan is a great one. That is a hibachi style restaurant. They naturally cater to a large group. Now, if you've got a really large group, they might have to put you at like 2 tables, but they have them in the same room so that you could, still be near each other.
And if you're not familiar with hibachi, that's just a Japanese style of cooking where they actually cook it right in front of you.
So you get a show
you
while
order
you're
it
at
and
it.
you get a show. A lot of times there's some really cool techniques that they use. So
Yeah.
if you've never been to a hibachi restaurant, I would highly recommend look one up in your area, and that would be a good one to a good one to check out in Disney World.
To try it out. And then, of course, there's the beer garden.
Yeah.
So the beer garden in Germany is naturally designed for large people because even if you're 2 people, they put you at a large table with a bunch of other people you don't know, which can feel awkward, but it was actually really fun.
It's one of those things that I'll speak to all of my, if you're familiar with the disc profile, if you're an I and you're outgoing and you love networking and meeting new people, it's like great.
Totally up your alley.
If you're more introverted and you just like to be with your people and stuff like that, beer garden may not be up your alley. It's worth trying. It's worth trying, but it's very much, I mean, you're sitting with strangers.
You are, but you're also sitting with Disney folks, so
right.
They're your people. Something else that we recommend with doing one restaurant a day, so that gives you a chance to come back together, get time to eat together, get to visit. It's also pick a ride to do together. So you don't have to do all the rides together, just pick a ride to do together. So come together, have a ride
that everyone can enjoy.
That everybody can
Hollywood
enjoy.
Tower of Terror may not be that ride that everyone can
probably
enjoy.
Not everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
Yeah.
But something like Nemo or The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Right? So
Soarin'.
It's like a dark ride. Peter Pan.
Yeah. Something like that.
Those kind of rides.
Yeah. And then part ways again, go at your own pace.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're going to get a ride, try to get a fast pass. That will help
Yes.
with a big crowd that you're with those waiting times for sure. Definitely get those fast passes.
And our last tip for traveling with a large group is be flexible. Stuff changes, stuff happens. someone in your group's gonna make a new plan.
Are we doing episode 81 or
It's
not?
just a rough plan, Guy. What difference does it make if it's episode 81 or not?
Because I died at episode 81!
You know, just roll with it.
Yeah.
You're there to have fun. Don't stress about it. Just enjoy.
Don't treat your vacation as something that will only happen once in your life. Believe for bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Don't treat that vacation like, oh my gosh, I've got to get everything done in this trip that I'm going on because I may not come back.
Never go back again.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Take the time, enjoy the journey, and you'll enjoy yourself more, and just believe for great things in the future that you'll go back again.
Yep. So pick a few things that are maybe your must-dos. Get those done. Be flexible with the rest.
So that's our show for this time. We want to know, what are your tips if you've been on a group with 20 plus people? You've been on a group with 50 people. I want to hear about that story.
Wow.
But we want to know, what are your tips? What are things that have helped you when you are together with family and friends of maintaining the magic? Because that's what this show is about. It's about helping you have that magical experience. So of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, we would encourage you to do so. Of course, click that bell to get the notifications, because we put out these videos as well as vlogs and food reviews on a weekly basis, because we want to help you have the most magical experience possible. So thank you so much. In fact, thanks a bunch, and we'll see you next time.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Or as my dad would say, tasting, 1, 2, 3. That's what he would always do on the mic. It was best.
Yeah, your dad has the best lines.
Yeah, he does.